Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We'll read from the first verse, please repeat. गला साफ कर लो. तपोभि क्षीण पापानां शान्तानां वीतरागिणां मुमुक्षूणामपेक्षोऽयम् आत्मबोधो विधीयते. बोधोन्य साधनेभ्यो हि साक्षान्मोक्षैक साधनम् पाकस्य वह्निवज्ञानम् विना मोक्षो न सिद्ध्यति. अविरोधितया कर्म नाविद्यां विनिवर्तयेत्. विद्या विद्यां निहन्तेव तेजस्तिमिरसङ्गवत. परिच्छिन्न इवा ज्ञानात् तन्नाशे सति केवलः. स्वयं प्रकाशते ह्यात्मा मेघापायेषुमानिव. We recognize ourselves to be incomplete on account of some limitations which we take them to be serious and real. Like I am seeing you all. My finger is hardly any size that can cover any one of you. You are all tonners. And this finger cannot cover any one of you. But if I bring this finger nearer to my eye, I can't see anything. If this example is clear, exactly the same way, the clouds are so small and the sun is so big. So those clouds cannot cover the sun. But then what is happening? The clouds are covering our vision. And what we say, the sun is covered by the cloud. You got the point? Exactly the same way. Now this is very deep, be attentive. This I will repeat 10 times. One time it may click, who knows. Objects cover the sense organs. Like when we switch on the light, where our attention goes on the objects. So, till such time we give importance to the worldly objects, we are away from our sense organs. Now do this experiment. Look at Swamiji's picture from wherever you are. And your experience will be, you have gone away from yourself. Now take attention away from there and bring it to this camera which is in front of you. So to that extent, you have come nearer to yourself. Now come back to your own eyes. See your eyes with your own eyes. So what has happened? The objects have disappeared and eyes also have disappeared. But you remain. So what was happening? When we give importance to the worldly objects, to that extent our faculties become covered. And therefore, if we really want to march from where we are to what we are, this journey is called as Atmabodh. So this is what is said in this verse. Parichinna iva ajnanat. Parichinna, limited. Ajnanat because of incomplete understanding. Now this is also very important. Ajnana does not mean absence of knowledge. Knowledge can never be absent. But knowledge can be limited. Like our eyes can see a particular spectrum of light waves. It cannot go beyond it. And if we insist, whatever I can see with my eyes, that only is true. And if I cannot see with my eyes, it doesn't exist. So we have come under the influence of ajnanam or the incomplete knowledge. Because the light waves are beyond the red and the violet, X-ray, Y-ray, then Satyajit ray, they are beyond the rays. And for that, if we have to see, we have to drop the conditioning of the eyes, then only we can go. Exactly the same way. Till such time, we are under the influence of our these conditioning, upadhi, what it is called. Therefore, with the color eyes, I can see only colors and forms. Now, a person who doesn't have the vision, for him colors and forms do not exist. A person who is deaf, for him sounds don't exist. Be very attentive. So where are all the colors and forms? They are in the vision. Where are all the sounds? They are in the hearing ability. Now when I am talking, in between if your mind takes a tangent and goes somewhere else, some people will laugh because they have understood the joke, but this person has gone somewhere. When everybody laughs, then he is surprised. What happened? So push somebody. Kya ho gaya? And when that joke is told, then he is only solo laughing. Reason is, the mind has gone away from the ears. So, objects cover the sense organs cover the mind. See, if the mind is disturbed, we can't understand anything. It happens. Sometimes you take something to read, nothing goes in. Then you say, no, enough now, not now, later. Then you take a nice nap, become fresh, and the same thing you read, and one go it is clear. Now understand these layers. So we are covered first by the worldly objects. Then we are covered by the sense organs and organs of action. Then we are covered by the mind. Then we are covered by the eye. Therefore, even I do not know. That means whatever I know, that is the only truth. See, this example I had given you in one this Lions Club member. When they introduced me something, then I told him, I said, hey, what you told about Gita, it is not in Gita. Really, it is not in Gita? Even I did not know. That means his ignorance is the authority of wisdom. So, for this I, he covers the infinite. See, friends, this is what is mentioned over here. That parichinna iva ajnanat tannashe sati kevalaha. And when these wrong notions are given up, so when importance to the worldly objects is dropped, when our pampering of our sense organs is dropped, when we do not become emotional wrecks, and when we do not become arrogant of our knowledge, then only the truth is revealed. See, friends. Therefore, parichinna iva jnanat tannashe sati kevalaha. But when we drop all these conditionings, as we do it in deep sleep, but we continue to be. Therefore, that which exists in the absence of everything, that is the ultimate truth. Therefore, we told you, try this. Make absence as an object of your knowledge. So only two objects are enough to practice. One is the sound, second is the form. Because name and form, nama rupatmak jagat. World is nothing but name and the form. Forms are outside, names are inside. When I say a Bluetooth mouse, this object is outside. Object doesn't know its name is Bluetooth mouse. I know. So nama rupatmak jagat. The world is name and form. Forms are outside, names are inside. These two together constitute the world. See? And therefore we told you, देखो रूप, forms, सुनो names, बोलो मत. The net result is you enter the absence of sound, but you continue to exist. For this purpose we told that when you are sitting quiet, try this. It will not happen overnight. It will take years, depending upon your commitment. Listen to silence. You are making absence of sound as the object. And don't talk to yourself. You are not creating sounds. This experience, effortless, you cannot spell it out what it is like. It's unique. And nobody can do it for us. See. Shaktipat, as long as that remains, you are in seventh heaven. And when it is over, seventh hell. See. Therefore, parichinna iva ajnanat, because of this incompleteness in the knowledge, we imagine I am only this body. Not everybody. And this experience that I am this body is completely negated in deep sleep, and therefore two things happen. There our experience is aham kimapi na janami, I know nothing, experience of nothingness, and I slept happily. So experience of bliss. But you are still there. Waking has disappeared, dream has disappeared. Be attentive. What is the therefore deep sleep? Deep sleep is an experience of absence of waking and dream. Nothing will disturb us in that case. This is what Bhagavan says, Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sayyami. Yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato mune. To that absolute reality to which a wise man is awakened, he is sleeping to the relative experiences. And the ignorant man is sleeping to the absolute bliss and awakened to the relative world. So we don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to do anything special. Remain what you are and practice what you should be. See. So in the relative world, we play the game of life. Remember the mantra? Wherever we are, whenever we are, whatever we are, we shall be 100%. So play that game. How? Karnataka. How to do Natak as it is going on now? I am talking is Nataka. I am not telling further, you are only telling. Therefore, parichinaiva jnanat tannashe, when these wrong notions are given up, sati kevalaha, one remains undivided, absolute, complete being. Sati kevalaha. Kevalaha means what? Where the division of the knower known knowledge has disappeared. Kevala is a technical term. There are three types of differences. Sajatiya, Vijatiya and Swagata Bheda. Sajatiya means all are animals. But some are cows, some are donkeys, and some are snakes, some are birds, all animals. Sajatiya Bhed. Vijatiya, animals are not the plants, plants are not the human beings. Vijatiya. Swagata, within the same animal, the horns are not the tail is not the legs is not the stomach. So all kinds of differences where they are absolutely zeroed, kevalaha. And this is our experience in deep sleep. Now also. Now when you are listening to me, if you are listening, are you having this notion that you are a man or a woman? Think. You are only listening. In knowledge, there is no difference on account of age, gender, riches, poverty, health, unhealthy condition. All of them have no meaning. Tannashe sati kevalaha. So that experience where the knower known knowledge divisions dissolve. Therefore, it is an experience without an experiencer. It is a knowledge without a knower. See? It is an action without a doer. See, friends. Therefore, parichinna iva jnanat tannashe sati kevalaha swayam prakashate atma. You don't have to go and seek, oh God, show me darshan. No. Upanishad very clearly it is. Yamai vesha vrunute tena labhyaha tassesha atma vivrunate tanum swam. You don't have to struggle. The truth will be revealed. Like in Ramcharitmanas it comes. Bhaya pragata krupala dina dayala. Paramatma manifests. Be attentive. Therefore don't struggle for the vision of God. Then let Him express through us. He is suffocating inside. He is covered with Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Vasarya, I versus you, rich versus pure. All these things are suffocating the divinity that we are. And what is God? Happiness. Therefore, what is spiritual practice? Be happy. What about meditation? Suffer silently. See, friends, what we do, we are seeking pleasures. Don't seek happiness. Express happiness. Now, expressing happiness doesn't mean joining the laughing club. They are the dumb creatures, except anybody who is here. Therefore, tannashe sati kevalaha swayam prakashate atma. The truth is revealed of its own. Example given, megha apaye amshumaniva. Megha apaye. When the clouds go away, you don't require anything else to know that this is the sun. The sun reveals itself. In the same manner, the divine sun that we are is covered by the clouds of wrong notions. The divinity that we are is covered by importance given to the worldly objects. The divinity is covered by our obsession and enslaving our own sense organs to us. Drop it. To put it in one single word, spiritual life is not becoming someone extraordinary. Be ordinary. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. North, east, west, south, these are extraordinary directions. Space is non-extraordinary. Those who are the victims of this direction, they become victim of the Feng Shui and what do they call that? Vastu. In space, none of these things have any value. Give up all spatial status. Where from to start? Mother-in-law, father-in-law, grandfather, grandchildren. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Vishvam pashyati karya karanataya swaswami sambandataha शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राद्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृतिवाय एष पुरुषा माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये. World begins the moment you are caught up in cause and effect. What is the truth? Truth is causeless existence. And we are caught up only in cause and effect. And we are so much involved in that cause and effect. Two things we do. We try to prove something to somebody. Cause and effect. And second thing, we try to justify something. Actually, I was coming, but then, I forgot my key and I forgot where I am. I thought I am realized. And then I understood I am in a bathroom. Then I came. Who has asked you? See? Therefore, again and again, we have to recognize this. Swayam prakashate atma. We don't require anything external. All spiritual practice is working on yourself. So the first thing, wrong notions are to be corrected without replacing them with new notions. Then our obsession with the worldly objects has to be dropped. Then enslaving ourselves because of the sense organs, give it up. Then we should not become emotional wrecks and get our things done under the emotional pressure. If we don't know this thing, I will commit suicide. No. See, friends, these kind of people, they are 0% spirituality. Get out of that emotionalism. Emotions are the ornament on human personality. But emotionalism is a scar. And such emotional person, you touch them and they start crying. See? Never do that. Swayam prakashate atma megha apaye amshumaniva. When the wrong notions are gone, the truth is revealed. Be attentive. The disease is established by studying the symptoms, is it not? We don't go to the doctor. Of course, we are Indian, we go and do the same thing. Doctor sahab, देखो कोई flu है क्या? Now let him decide. See? एक हाथ ठोक दो. See, friends. So when we go to the doctor, we tell the doctor our symptoms. Symptoms are effects. And from those symptoms, the doctor arrives at the conclusion, this is a possible cause. See? In the same manner, what are the symptoms that we are expressing as a divine being? What are the symptoms? Symptoms are, you are happy. You are happy means no complaints. Accept the world as it is cheerfully. Accept the world as it is miserably. Acceptance of the world is no option. Option is whether you accept it cheerfully or miserably. Therefore, we are all miserable by choice. If you refuse to be miserable, God will become miserable. You will be happy. See? And those who make God miserable, He is very happy with them. इतना try किया कुछ हुआ? See, don't you see this among your friends? When you try to teach somebody, there was one story I read many years before. I really like that story. In a village, they have decided anybody who will drink this liquor and all that, his face will be blackened and a shoe garland will be prepared and put in his neck, and he will be asked to sit on a donkey facing the backside of the donkey, and there will be some dum, and he will be moved throughout the village. Now there was a professional and established drunkard. He drank sufficiently, came in the village square and started shouting, मैं पिया हूँ, कहाँ है काला रंग? गधा आया ही नहीं, और वो माला कहाँ गई? Now to such a person, how can you make him miserable? He is making you miserable. Exactly the same way. Make God miserable by remaining happy in spite of everything. See? You must have experienced this thing. Those who get teased easily, they are teased more, isn't it? And इनको तो कुछ शौर्य भी नहीं है. See friends, this is spirituality. That all the time, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, भाड़ में तुम भी जाओ. परिच्छिन्नेव अज्ञानात् तन्नाशे सति केवलः स्वयं प्रकाशते आत्मा मेघापाये अंशुमानिव. Therefore, let him express through us. He is covered by all those coverings, like the sun is covered by the clouds. And see the beauty. The more you reflect deeply, you get different layers of understanding. All clouds are produced because of the sun. See, there is a temperature gradient, and because of the temperature gradient, the water slowly gets evaporated and clouds are created. So they are produced by the sun, and they themselves are covering. Like we produce our children and they overpower us. See friends. And then we want to do this way, this way. Don't get too much involved in anybody's life. We have destroyed our life sufficiently. Let them destroy their life. No, but we are only helping them. Don't help. Okay, the fifth verse. Ajnana kalusham jivam jnanabhyasad vinirmalam krutva jnanam swayam nashet jalam katakarenuvata. Ajnana kalusham jivan jnana bhyasar vinirmalam. Now see, what is the jiva? See? Paramatma contaminated by the incompleteness in the knowledge is called the jiva. Now to understand jiva, if you catch this point, it will be very good for your reflection. If you have to define a husband, how will you define? There is no need. Look at him, his husband. See? Why the ladies have to put the .com here? because they are deceptive in their looks. Man, well, the moment you look at him, shadi hai, married, there is a glow on their face. So how do you define a husband? Man plus the limitation of wife, an expression of the unlimited man through the limited expression of the infinite man. These three things put together makes a husband out of a man. Now, out of these three, which is the reality? Man is the reality, or the wife is the reality, or the husband is the reality? Think. Exactly the same way. Paramatma in place of man. And in place of wife, Prakriti, Panchakoshas. An expression of the infinite reality through the limitations of the Panchakoshas, that limited expression is called a Jiva. See, Jiva is not something inside. This point you will never be told in Karma Kanda, in Upasana, in Yoga. They are very, market is dependent on this. Like you go to any big hospital, all the doctors are given a quota. You have to admit 30 patients per month. So you go to the doctor, Doctor Sahab, how are you? Admit ho jao. No reason, because they have got a quota to be completed, whether required or not required. See? And the same manner, papoham, papakarmaham, you have done this sin. If you do this thing, you will go to hell. If you do this thing, you will go to heaven. You give charity and will give parleji, no, ATG. And then that is the punya, you will go to heaven. Nobody has either gone to heaven nor to hell. We create our own. Don't have to go anywhere. But this can be valid only when you accept that you are a jiva, a soul in this body. You are not. Have the courage to accept your own divinity. That doesn't mean you have to go and tell, hey, मालूम है, realize हो गया यार. No. Our spiritual practice should be such. Nobody should even suspect. See, friends. Therefore, here the teacher says, Ajnana Kalusham Jivam. So, like the man, he is contaminated by the presence of the wife, and the glow disappears, and a misery comes on the face. In the same manner, Paramatma, contaminated by the Panchakoshas, expresses as a miserable body. That miserable body is the jiva. Now be attentive. Any fool getting married to any foolie is called husband, is it not? Anybody can get married to anybody, becomes a husband. So husband is a common noun or a proper noun? It's a common noun. Therefore, every husband is miserable. What is great about it? But our condition is, I am very miserable. Nothing new. Because husband is not an individuality. It is an expression of the infinite through the finite. If you catch this point, like the lights in the tube. Tubes are many, but light is one. In the same manner, body-wise we are many, but life-wise we are all one. Therefore, our teachers, scriptures say, Jiva na. Na means not. There is nothing like Jiva. Ajnana Kalusham Jivam. And the day you drop this Jiva Bhava, your efforts will disappear in life. See? Because what is a Jiva? Who wants to prove something to somebody? Holier than thou. The day you understand this point, you will be relaxed. No tension, no worries. Ajnana Kalusham Jivam. So, all the spiritual practices First of all, ascertain as to who you are. Anytime you are miserable anywhere, only one thing, who is miserable? Don't ask because of him or her I am miserable. No, who is miserable? The moment you come to that point, you'll come to know the one who is miserable doesn't exist. Can you separate the husband from the man? Can you separate the mother from the woman? They are nowhere. And they are miserable. See, as we cannot improve the enemy in the dream after waking up, in the same manner, when you awaken to your divine nature, you will not get disturbed by small little things in this waking world. This world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. See? People get married, then they have children, they don't have children, they grow vertical or horizontal. It happens. There is nothing new in that. But happy birthday to you. Who is born? One couple came and they were complaining. I am a complaint box. So husband said, Swamiji, please tell my wife, I am elder than her. She should respect my age. She insults me like anything. I said, look here. I will take the side of Amma. Why? Because she gives me food, you don't give me food. Then I told, tell me, when are you married? Did you marry separately or together? What is the funny question? We got married together. Very good. How many years? 15 years. So both of you are 15 years of age. Fight is not between the man and woman. Fight is between the husband and the wife. And the age of the husband and wife is always equal. So now you are 15 years, so you are teenagers. So teenagers fight. How long? Till you become 19 years. When the teenage is over, then you will discover a new principle. It is easier to deal with the known enemy than to fight with the unknown friend. Vedanta. Becoming serious, all stupid things. He said like that, she said like that. Useless. Don't take life too seriously. I remember one husband, he was a realized husband. And he was nicely, watching some thing on the phone. And wife started, honey, who is hearing? Now I am thinking of cutting my hair. Cut. But they are so long, very few ladies have got long hair. Don't cut. But this is the fashion today. Cut. But my mother will become angry. Then don't cut. Just cut, don't cut, don't cut. Finally she got fed up. And then afterwards, she said, anyway, what should I prepare for lunch? Cut. Who is listening to you? See, friends, take life lightly. When your husband tells you something, don't think he's intelligent. Had he been intelligent, he will never marry you. There is no species like intelligent husband. It's an illusion. Similarly, Samajdar Patni, only on paper. See, friends, take life lightly. Don't become serious. Otherwise, all the time, as if you have consumed a handful of caterpillar, imagine how will be your face. So, ajnana kalusham jivam, then jnana abhyasad vinirmalam. Now practice knowledge. Jnana abhyasad. And what is the practice of knowledge? Be happy. That's it. I am not giving a mala in your hand. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Kuch mat karo. Just be happy. That's it. But we carry the burden of the whole universe on our head. Can you imagine a statue or a picture of Hercules with a smile on his face? Who is carrying the whole globe? How can he ever smile? See? Therefore, ajnana kalusham jiva jnana bhyasad vidirmalam. Practice knowledge. You know, in our web series, POK, practice of knowledge. Practice it. No argument is worth losing your peace. Through your cut, don't cut, don't cut. Relax. Otherwise, you get unnecessarily involved in anybody's life. I won't hesitate to tell you, don't get involved even in the lives of your children, your relations. Don't get involved. Focus attention on your own happiness. That's it. If others are miserable, who cares? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? One small girl, she listens to this mantra every day on the lectures. So her mother told, you come, see, I have got so many beautiful things for you. If you don't come, you will not get it. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? असली चेला. Therefore, ajnana kalusham jivam jnanabhyasad vinirmalam. Then, krutva sayam jnanam swayam nashet. Be attentive. Kataka renuvat. Kataka renu means what? The alum, when we see the waters are muddy, during the rainy season, Ganges waters are muddy. So you can't drink it directly, you have to filter it. So earlier days what they used to do, they will keep the water, bucket filled, and they will take the alum powder and spread over it. Because of that, of the alum, those grains, all the dust will so slowly settle down. And clean water is left behind. So you take the upper part, you can enjoy that. Exactly the same way. This knowledge will dissolve, settle down the ignorance, and your divine nature will come up, and the divine nature is only happiness. How simple it is. Krutva jnanam swayam nashet. Then knowledge will also disappear. Meaning what? You will not become a professor or lecturer or a college professor. We have come across many good persons. They have taken this philosophy or Vedanta as their profession. College they go and teach, and they are most miserable. Because erudition and scholarship, they have nothing to do with the truth. See? Because they want to prove something. This principle, please catch it perfectly. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. But our whole struggle of life is this. We try to prove something to somebody. Ajnana kalusham jivam jnanabhyasad nirmalam. In Panchadashi Yoga Vasishta, this particular thought comes. Tat chintanam, tat kathanam, anyonyam tat prabodhanam, etad ekaparatvam cha brahmabhyasam vidurbuddhaha. This is the practice of knowledge. The only theme. Be attentive. When we practice this knowledge, what happens is our vision changes. See, what is the meaning of change of vision? चश्मा लगता है क्या? No. तुलसीदास जी महाराज. कामी ही नारी प्यारी जिमी, लोभी ही प्रिय जिमी दाम. A greedy person, he will see money everywhere. He cannot think beyond that. In the same manner, once our vision changes, and what is the change in the vision? Be attentive. There are 3-4 visions through which every seeker has to go. With the help of the water and ocean, I will give you and then apply on yourself. Wave against wave is a relative vision. I versus you. Second vision is wave against the ocean. The third vision is ocean is looking at the waves. And fourth vision is water is looking at the ocean and the waves. Fourth vision. So, wave against wave, competition, jealousy, frustration, fighting, winning. Wave against the ocean, surrender. Wave will never compete with the ocean. Surrender only. Then ocean will look upon the waves as what? Name dveshosya na priya. Tsunami comes, the ocean doesn't hate. A ripple, the ocean doesn't love. And water, for the water, there is neither the ocean nor the waves. If you go and talk to the water, dear water, as waves you are nice to play with. But ocean-wise you are terrible, we are afraid. Water will never understand what is the meaning of ocean and waves. These are the changes of our vision. Study of scriptures is only for changing our standpoint in life. Presently our standpoint is I versus you. And then competition, jealousy, fighting to prove I am right, you are wrong. This first samsari. Do you know the samsari meaning? One young boy on some inauspicious day thought, what a life without a wife. Therefore he caught hold of some sari and became a samsari. Whole life suffering. See? So, I versus you, samsari. Then he comes out of that. चलो मंदिर में ठीक है, घर में महाकाली है. I was in some other country and his name was Wag. So I told him, yaar, you are Wag, how come you are so afraid of your wife? Swamiji, har sarre bhi Wag mare. So डरो डर के रहो. So when you look at ocean looking at the waves and wave looking at the ocean, so we are in the second one. When I go to the temple, I don't compete with God. Krishna, maja hai 16,108. No, you don't compete. Then we surrender. We don't compete. This is one of the most important spiritual practice. Don't compete with anybody in any field in life. Compete with yourself. Earlier I used to get angry 200 times per second. Now I get angry 199 times per microsecond. Improve yourself. That is done through the devotion. Wave against the ocean. The third, ocean against the wave. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosya na priya. Ocean has no biasness in favor or against any wave. So let our life be equanimous. Don't create friends and enemies in life. Shatrau mitre putre bandhau ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandhau. Don't create friends and enemies in life. Be friendly with everybody. See? Ganeshwar Maharaj says in Bhagavad Gita commentary, हे विश्वची माझे घर ऐसी मती जयाची स्थिर किंबना चराचर स्वयं झाला. He who has this identity with the totality, mati sthira, he is one with everybody. Like the ocean is one with all the waves. See? Third vision. Therefore, in devotion it is said, look at the world as God is looking at His creation. You people do it, but you don't know you are doing it. When there is a child and there are two ladies looking at the same child, one is the mother of the child and second is the onlooker. See the difference in their vision. The onlooker looks at the child with indifference, but the mother sees the stupidity in the child and glorifies. See? Because she is having some special attraction toward the child. Not all. Therefore, the third vision is the ocean's vision towards the waves, or as God is looking at his own creation. No difference. And ultimate, what is the ultimate vision is ocean the cause, waves the effect, have no existence in the water. In the same manner, a seeker ultimately merges in the absolute only when we transcend cause and effect. Cause and effect are illusions. Once you take this stand, your interaction with the world will change. Like what? Be attentive. We have never asked this question. Why the fire is hot? We accept fire is hot. Thereafter we start thinking how to interact with the hot fire. In the same manner, all our relations, friends, Swamiji, but why my husband is like that? No, it's a manufacturer's defect. Accept it. You can't change. See? But we want others to change. No, but if imagine if the fire is not hot, how nice it will be. In the same manner, imagine if my wife listens to me, you are making yourself miserable. Nobody can help you. Accept the world as it is. Once one boy asked me this question. Swamiji, you are running around the world giving lectures here and there, but the people don't change. Don't you feel bad about it? I said, am I mad or what? I don't want them to change. They should keep on suffering. So my market is maintained. Do you know the prayers of the doctors? Sarve bhavantu rogina. If everybody becomes healthy, where the doctors will go? See, friends. Similarly, our prayers are the same thing. Sarve bhavantu ajnanina, dukkina, aa jao market mein. See, friends, don't bother or get disturbed by anything or anybody in this world. With a peace of mind alone, we can sort out all the problems of life. But if we get excited, disturbed, angry, frustrated, our wisdom faculty is clouded. And we are not able to see the things as they should be seen. This change in the vision is the purpose of the study of scriptures. In Ishavasya Upanishad, the first line is meant for this. Ishavasya sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. This is the vision given by the Upanishad. Whatever in this world is, Ishavasya is permeated by the divine. Then what will happen? Our attitude toward the world will be different. And that attitude will be not bhoga, but seva or yoga. Tena tyaktena bhunjita. See, friends, it is so important for us to understand this. Therefore, whatever Vedanta we are studying, this is the only purpose. Our vision must change. That is Brahmabhyasa. That is the practice of knowledge. And when you practice this, slowly, slowly, everywhere you get a message, everywhere. Next time you are standing near the Ganges, look at the Ganges and learn something. What message Ganges are giving? Learn. Everything there is a message. One example I will tell you how this can help you in our spiritual progress. Once I was going somewhere and one solitary tree, not a single leaf on that. So I told my friend, hey, stop a minute. He stopped. I got down, I took my phone and took a nice picture. He said, Swamiji, what did you see in this thing? I said, don't say like this thing. He is my guru. He said, what guru? I said, every season, new leaves come, old are dropped. The tree is the same. Exactly the same way. Waking comes, goes. Dream comes, goes. Deep sleep comes, goes. I am the same. Like in the space, the thundering dark clouds come, rain and go. Space doesn't come from anywhere, doesn't go anywhere. Then the white thundering clouds come without rains, they also go. Space doesn't go and come from anywhere. See? Then there is blue sky, not a single cloud. That doesn't make the space pure. Think. And when there is a pitch darkness at night, the space supports even that. Is it not our experience? Childhood has come and gone. We are the same. Teenage has come and gone. We are the same. Why we are not able to catch this point? Because we are thinking we are inside the body. No. Bodies come and go. Like on the tree, the leaves come and go. Or like in the sky, the clouds come and go. The more you reflect on these lines, your thinking process will change. And the thinking process will be, changing will be from the relative standpoint, he will come to the absolute standpoint. So from our standpoint, relative standpoint, world is horrible. From Paramatma standpoint, there is no world. You go to the temple and say, "Oh Bhagwan, please help me." Bhagwan will not even answer because he is not other than you. See, my friends, learn this, learn this, learn this. And only changing the standpoint in life is all the spiritual practice. Rest of the things are okay in their own place. Play the game of life. Karnataka. Next verse. संसार स्वप्न तुल्यो ही राग द्वेषादि संकुलः स्वकाले सत्यवद्भाति प्रबोधे सत्य सद्भवेत्. Now this is another very important point from Vedanta point of view. Samsara swapna tulyo hi. Samsara, our relative world, waking experiences, they are like dream. Dream is an illusion. Illusion is mithya. Now unless we understand correctly what is the meaning of the word mithya or illusion, we will be only lost in arguments. See? Illusion or mithya is what? There are three states. One, something is reality. Something is not, total absence. And third is, something is not, yet it appears. The third condition is samsara. See. Now what is that which appears but doesn't exist? And what is the impact of this knowledge? Like we have seen the sunrise and sunset. And we say also sunrise, sunset. But what is the truth we all know, being the students, educated? Sun doesn't set and rise. It is the earth and the movement of the earth is superimposed on the sun, and therefore, although we may say sunset, sunrise, we know it doesn't set, doesn't rise. Exactly the same way. Appearance may be there, it may be useful, but that doesn't mean it is real. See? And every appearance demands n number of conditions to be fulfilled. If those conditions are not fulfilled, appearances do not exist. So these are various points that we will try to understand in our next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.